Hello everyone, it is Joe here from OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCG live codes, make sure you check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your orders using that code OmniPoke. For today's video, we're taking a look at, yes, that 60 of Marnie's Grimmsnarl, the deck list that's been doing the rounds right now because it got 3 top 16 placements at the Aichi Champions League, a 5,000 player tournament, and 3 players played the exact same 60 card list, which tells us that through all the City League testing and the testing of the Hive Mind over in Japan, that's literally the 60 card list has been ironed out, and this is the one to go for. A pretty interesting 60 in that it only plays 1 copy of Boss's Orders and 3 copies of Counter Catcher, so definitely prefers to sit and wait and lay the traps for the opponent to make the most out of its damage outputs. The more Munkidori you get in the play is really the selling point of this deck. Shadow Bullet does that 30 damage poke in addition to 180. Doesn't sound that impressive, but Dark typing is good, self-acceleration is good, and just the fact that you play 8 Darkness Energy means you are always finding attachments for your monkeys throughout the entire game. That's why you also see a couple Night Stretcher and the Super Rod that can also help reload the Froslass, because if we're up against a one-hit KO deck, we need to make the damage ourselves for the Adrenabrain. So Freezing Shroud will be self-damaging the monkeys, then we can throw that damage straight back at the opponent and making it stronger. Budew can sit back and help us chill. TM Evo, very good for Froslass and Morgrem, because bear in mind we only play 1 Ultra Ball, yes, just 1. The Devo can trip up all sorts of evolution decks. There's a lot of them in format right now. Defiance Band is another great way to make our damage output that little bit stronger. And the 4 stadiums are absolutely cracked. Spike Muff is crazy, and Artisan also good for just like chaining Munkidori, which is the most important thing once your Grims are online. So yeah, this has seen so much success that it's hard to look past it. It looks really odd on paper though, because it only plays 2 Poffin, plays 1 Ultra Ball, plays 4 stadiums as a 2-2 split. There's a lot of things that sort of look off-piste and off-pace, and just like strange counts. Like a 4-2-3 line of the Grim, even though you only really ever need like 2 Grimmsnarls. Yeah, lots of things that are like in question, but the list is so successful that this has to be the blueprint for everyone, and this has to be the deck list that you start testing against for your experience into Grimmsnarl, because no doubt this will be the blueprint, and from there people will change like 1 or 2 cards, I think, from this deck as a maximum. Some cards that I'm considering, Team Rocket's Watchtower, because you're playing Secret Box, 1 copy of Watchtower can really help out into Raging Bolt. It can help out into Flareon. That's scary, by the way, because of Leafeon EX. Can help out into basically anything that's playing Pidgeot as well, if there's any Charizard resurgence, which I don't know why, but there's some discussion that Charizard is coming back. It really shouldn't be, I don't think, unless it's in DragaZard. Yeah, Watchtower can be good for Pidgeot stuff, and obviously the Noxals in the main. But the stadiums, admittedly, are very good in the deck and really important, and they help you play off that board a little bit more, because there are going to be times where you're just not drawing many cards during the game. I would really love to fit in a 4th Research. I'd love to fit in Pokegear even, something like that, because it can feel sus at times. It really can. You can feel a little bit stuck. But yeah, powerful deck. Loves to play from behind. I think has to play from behind realistically, and then mops up a bunch of prizes with Adrenabrain and whatnot throughout the remainder. So let's get into some games, shall we? So with this deck, we opt to go second. We have just so many supporters that get us into the game that you always opt second. We mull, and we also get to see what our opponent's playing. Another mull for us. Fighting Energy and Poffin. Garchomp. Sounds like a tough matchup, honestly. Big Chompy. Alright, our hand is terrible, so we'll just rip the Iono ASAP, I think. Yeah, it is Garchomp. Cool. A classic Chomp T1. Not that we're doing much better. Box and Evo. You'll love to see that. Do I thin any of these? Probably not. I do have both Morgrem. Freezing Shroud is still good. I could proactively Spike Muth, but I don't think I need to. We'll just Evo up. Get into a good position next turn. I can attach the active retreat, then I still have Adrenabrain online. And yeah, Grimmsnarl and research. Might research first, honestly. Although thinning 2 Darkness Energy out of the deck when I'm attaching one for turn already is a good idea. Let's see how the Chomp player's getting on. Do they have Gabite is the first question. Well, Arven should get them 2 Gabites. Or at least TM Evo if they want to go that direction. If they want to Poffin Evo themselves. Yep, okay. That's one way to do it. Oh, they actually do have the Gabite as well. Not bad. I'm popping out a couple. And call out one more. Another Roselia. And they're gonna... Ooh, is that Neo? Neo Scupper onto the Gibble. It's becoming a Gabite. Okay. So they go to 26-29 with one of the Rose Raid out, right? For some reason it's not letting me interact with it, but it should be plus 30. On the Cynthia's men. Right. I think I will Fin the Snarl. Just because it takes energy out of my deck as well before the research. Let's see, 7. We do find another Impy, which is nice. Is this a Adrenabrain Devo angle? I think it is, honestly. Because this might mean I'm able to deal with multiple of them when they evolve back into the Freezing Shroud here. And it gives me another Adrenabrain turn. It might be busted. Oh, they can Candy though. Maybe. They have 2 Gabite in hand. Like, they have Gabite and Roserade in hand anyway, so they could always just Champions Call out again if they wanted to. Gear for Boss. Okay. I wonder if I can interact with this Roselia. Oh, I can. There you go. I can interact with them both now. Crazy. They do just go Gabites. And they're going to boss up the Froslass And they are KOing thanks to the double rose. Yep. I still think dealing with the monkey was smarter, but 3, 4, 5. Okay. It was actually pretty important that they stopped the Freezing Shroud there. We can go Froslass, we can grab a free Morgrem. I definitely want to deal with one of these threats. I think I should take out a Roserade. And Iono. So I don't want to get instantly bonked. Just keep damaging the rosies. Okay. Those are the opponents. I'm hoping to stay out of range, but we'll see if they have any shenanigans afoot. Chomp is base 26, so they go to 29 with Roserade. We sit at 300 after Freezing Shroud. So hopefully we're sticking around. Let's see. They're able to call out lots of their Mons here. Another Roselia. There's the big boy Chomp. Have boss again. So they can corkscrew dive and take the KO. Discarding 2 Iono. Wow. They're going Chomp. And they're going to draw up to 6. Let's Spikemuth. Grabbing Grim. Then I want to grab a monkey out. Let's Rod. Some Frosties. Let's Night Stretcher a Frosty. Oh no, I can do a cool punk up retreat here. Yeah, let's do that. That gives me 3. It's 10 away from where I really want to be with my damage. 21, 26. I could put the Chomp 30 away, I suppose. but they're just going to clean KO it, and then I still need Gust. So I guess I'm still just taking out the Roselia here. It's not much, but it's what we got. We need to slow build towards recovering Froslass a third time. They're having a quick look with Gabites. Chomp is getting power weighted. What is called? It is power weight, is it not? Yeah, power weight. They're going to eat. They're going back to odds now. Interesting. Let's grab a little runt. And I guess I'm just Defiance Band smacking after Arven. Let's bullet. So the big 250 on this Chomp. It's a weird spot where they've played 3 gusting effects and I've played 3 as well. This Spiritom's wrecking me, bruh. It's hitting 3, it's hitting 440? Crazy. Now that's broken. $470? That's a lot. Picnic! Scuffed. Get wrecked. He's been waiting a long time for this. Look at the size of those chomps. 370 after the picnic heal. Sure. Probably got to KO that. Iono's come at a great time. Let's make a monkey. Oh, I can't. Let's make an Impy. Let's replace Stadium. I'll grab a card now that I don't want to draw because I'm only seeing 4 cards. And if they can reload Spiritomb, you just sort of shake his hand at that point. Champion's Call. For nothing. They can't attack with this Chomp. Yeah, they have to attack with a benched Chomp, right? Ooh, they were close. This is game for us, though. It was scuffed and precarious and a little weird, but we did eventually win. We still had boss's orders remaining. Whew. Sketchy, scary, bizarre. Probably a lot of mistakes, but there we go. A win against Garchomp that went super long. Opponent is forcing us to go first. We can lead out the Budew pretty happily. And we see a Charmander. Interesting, interesting. Let's pass it over. See a Poffin coming in. It's a DragaZard. Interesting matchup for sure. There's a lot of intricate math going on, as ever. And also, we have to be well aware of late game Zard just being too damn big and powerful for us. Have to be careful about where we're taking our prizes. All game. They have a really good opener. They have Poffin Evo. Not too shabby. They just go 1 Cloak and 1 Charmeleon. You pick up a monkey, which is kind of nice. Box is always a good, decent idea. I can get rid of Shaymin, Iono. It's probably better later though, honestly. I might just do something like this. This is like a slower turn, obviously, but it means I get to Itchy Pollen. And Itchy Pollen is busted. It does reveal the Devo, and I think I actually like revealing Devo because it makes him like think twice about so much all game now. As he's going to start cloaking up. Seeing some recons. They're gonna steady fire breathing me? Oh, they are. Crazy. Down goes Budew then. Let's go Morgrem. There's a Frosty Lass. Let's see a fresh 6. Do find a means towards Grimmsnarl, which we take. I don't mind thinning 1 to an imp here. And I'm going to set up Charmeleon while I can before it evolves into a big Lizzie. Should be easier for me to tick down these cloaks. I want to threaten like all of them, if that makes sense. If he starts evolving into Zard, it's going to start getting more counters just from Shroud anyway. And we level up the prizes. And we start getting our Adrena Brain online. They do have Zard, which means they can attack with either Zard or a fully fledged Dragapult this turn, if they want to power up the Cloak and then attach a Luminous. Yeah, they're keeping the lines open for both. They're going to recon. And again. Udisu Luminous plus Dragapult. Do they have Stamp? That would be really good. Boss on Monkey. Alright, so they can threaten Phantom Dive to the full extent. Sounds pretty good. Grimmsnarl up. Research is a horrible draw. Because we want to never whiff supporter all game. We do get Artisan for Monkey at least. And now we really have to think about some math. Yeah, I guess it's just off Froslass here. I can't protect the Imp, but it's not a huge deal that I can't. 21, 22 to 25. 25 plus 6 from Monkey next turn isn't great. 3, 4. 4, 7. 21 plus the 7. There's so much math going on here. It's all math. Oops, all math. I think I will bench another one of these quickly. I think just limit the draw is a general rule of thumb. If they draw less cards, they have a worse turn. That's just a scientific fact. Okay, we're level on prizes. My Grimmsnarl is in a lot of danger. And I'm probably going through the Polt and the Zard to close my final 4. It's really about how much I can protect this monkey at this stage and / make more monkey. There's Shaymin. That does open me up to avoid Zard, to just like monkey and Froslass down the Shaymin and the Dracloak, but without the bench damage of Shadow Bullet, that's not great. Are they going to stamp now? Prime Catcher, okay. Prime Catcher, eat up Munkidori again. They're gonna Nest Ball. Are they holding Prime or just figuring out where it's best spent? Charmander comes down. They're just going to swing. And they're tickling Froslass. Rod kind of fire, actually. Rod is another monkey. Can punk up for 1. So this is at 8, goes to 7, goes to 6 if I don't heal it, which sets up the Phantom Dive, but I'm taking it out of play. So I just want to set up Zard. And say, I'm getting in range, buddy. There's nothing you can do about it. Right. And everything's protected by Shaymin. But he can't attack with Zard, it loses on board. He has to try and Candy Zard and Dragapult for a Phantom Dive play just to not lose on board. That's pretty good. I think we may have found it. Kept plenty of damage around for whatever he takes out. I can just Grimmsnarl plus Adrenabrain. Not seeing how I don't win here. You can Headbutt maybe. Headbutts I don't lose this turn play. Let's see, they're 1 recon. There's fire to Drakloak. So Headbutt is a play they can make. They can't attack with Zard. They do Iono away boss. Watchtower doesn't change anything. It's always nice to... Oh, they're not allowed to do that play. You're not allowed to do that, bro. You lose on board. My 18 is not just 18. It's actually 240. Don't tell anyone. Well, it's a nice win, at least. And they eventually take their prizes. Eventually. Very thankful they're a prime catcher list, not a stamp list, that's for sure. Yeah. Go on then, let's have one more. Having to research away 2 other researches will be terrible for us. We're up against a Raging Bolt. Not one of the easier matchups, for sure. In fact, it's the opposite. We need to really go out of our way to make damage for ourselves, because they're so good at removing all damage from play just by knocking out cleanly. So, we're going to be working hard here, for sure. And getting rid of all 3 research, well, yeah, all 3 research straight away is terrible. See a fan call, so they're off to the races. With Hoots and Noctowl. And their attach passing. Pretty good opener. Threatening a lot of chaps. I'll swing energy and just pitch the rest. Could have Vessel just to scout the deck, but I'm lazy. Retreat doesn't do anything because he can just Thunderburst, Storm, whatever, so I guess I just take the card. Wait. Not great. Not a great start, I'll be the first to admit that. They're going to attach. Oh, they can't Noctowl. They don't have a Terror. I'm somehow alive. That is an unexpected twist. Oh, and I can Night Stretcher Grimmsnarl. I'm back. He's insane. I'm punking up. I will still play Iono here. Because I need dudes. Dude, where's my dudes? Oh, Defiance and Countercatcher are both such good cards, but I'm leaking so many supporters. Dude, where's my dudes? All for the sake of some dudes. I prize both Froslass. Oh, brother. We were not meant to win this game. The code has gone wrong. I guess in case there's a judge, I'll play some of this stuff out. But a judge is pretty cope from them. Okay, let's somehow take the lead. That was looking very bleak. Oh, they have Terror. They have Teal Dance. They could be back. This could all have been a genius trap. Here's Vessel. I'm also out of candy, don't forget. So, if you can just blow me up with a bolt, we are in trouble. There's the Vessel. Are we just scamming? Nope, they have Ultra Ball Noctowl. What are they Noctowl for? Nestball Sada? Nestball Nestball? Nestball Ultra Ball? So many options. Crispin Nestball. Okay. So they're going to Crispin and look to KO with Myriad. Yep. They're just going to move the Rotom. There you go. It's honest work. Jamming Tower for good measure. Okay. Do I just Iono here? Yeah, I think I just Iono. Can Night Stretcher the Impy? go Morgrem. We can bench attach to Monkey. And Budew for 10 on Knockdown is reasonable here. Just make them do something weird like Turo. Yeah, it seems fine. We are committed. Survival. This is a twist. Thing is, we kind of just got to wait. Because if I evolve, I can just get Myriad Leaf Showered too easily. This is precarious and wacky. We are somehow scamming. Wow. This deck really can be Lego sometimes. What happens when you research away 2 of your other research. Oh, boss. Wow. Pretty insane. We did find our 1 copy of Boss's Orders, hey. Let's punk it up. We'll take our 3. Finally a Froslass. Sheesh. This game would have been Jover if we'd had any of these. Now, let's see what they can do with items. I'm guessing a big Raging Bolt. That's just a guess, though. Just a sneaky suspicion. You can see the Crispin. They still have enough grass to do the Myriad Leaf Shower with an energy retrieval of some description. The script has been flipped. Let's see the Ultra Ball. They have to go Noctowl, which is good for us. There's the retrieval. We can expand the bench. And come in with another Myriad. Power Pad first as well. Grabbing Crispin Sada. Surprised if I have any energy left in deck by now. To Crispin. Yeah, I guess there's still, yeah, still some fighting and lightning rooting around in there. Just the Leaf Shower, okay. And we're back to slow mode. Nice of a supporter to show up. I can go counter catch a Noctowl again, which is the funny scam we did last time. Well, we can rod Morgrem back. I'm going to put another monkey down for more shroud damage. And we're going to poke. Let's see, can they gust Morgrem? If not, we're somehow still in business. Gonna go fan, but I think we actually get there. Wow. Skin of our teeth. The Arven for Rod saved us. That's crazy. There we go. Grimmsnarl out. Somehow we beat her Raging Bolt with no Froslass for half the game and only one Morgrem having researched away a candy. So weird. I mean, I know their hand was also like kind of if, but sheesh. So insane. Well, it was sketchy, but the outcomes were victories. So this is, I mean, there are times where you're going to draw better with a deck and it feels absolutely disgusting. But there are definitely times where the lack of draw engine is felt. I think that's fair to say. I want a fourth research, that's for sure. Maybe even one Pokegear, because Arven for Pokegear is sometimes not as copium as it sounds. Tatsugiri, maybe. Something. It needs something. It definitely needs a bit of draw. We've basically just built another Feraligatr. Is that mean to say? I don't know. Surely this is better than Gator. Yeah, but... yeah. This, for a deck that got 3 top 16s of a 5,000 player tournament, crushed City Leagues, and is looking more and more like a A-tier deck that challenges the other stage 2s. It's sus. Let me know what you guys think of Grimmsnarl. How's it been in your testing so far? Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Cheers.